morning. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'd like to introduce you to Norwood's graduating class of 2019. Please rise. Welcome to Class Day 2019. Actually, I'm going to ask everyone to re-stand up and join the singing of Lift Every Voice and Sing. Day is a gift. Let us rejoice and be thankful for it. Thank you. Please be seated. Well, welcome again to Class Day 2019. This is a very special day for our school, for our graduates and their families and friends, and for me. I want to thank our 8th graders for making this year such a positive one. So on the very first day of school, I have a speech that I give to the 8th grade that I affectionately call the last first day, so your last first day at Norwood School. And I left the graduates with 4 thoughts, or 4 challenges, if you will. So thought number 1 was this: the way the 8th grade goes, so goes the school. And this was really a call for you to embrace your leadership responsibility and serve as role models to the student body. My second thought was about having your feet in 2 worlds. This, of course, was a call for you to balance the excitement and anxiety you would have for high school transition with an appreciation for your final middle school year here at Norwood. Thought number 3 is what I called the suit gets small. This was my not-so-subtle reminder that as much as you wanted to spread your wings in 8th grade, the rules at Norwood still apply. And finally, thought number 4 was what I call the land of last chances. This was my pitch to encourage you to try something new, take a risk, to make your lasting memories of Norwood positive and joyous. I have to say that this class has met my first day challenges with exceptional maturity, intellect, kindness, and generosity. Each of you has your own unique gifts and special talents, but your true gift to Norwood has been collectively as a class. I know that you will be great successes as you move into high school and beyond. You are bound to make the world a better place. You will always be here in my heart. So now, I'd like to introduce our Class Day speakers for this year, and we will start with Natalie Rose.
My first day at Norwood didn't start out the way I had hoped it would. I overslept by a good 20 minutes, couldn't find a pair of matching socks because I was, and still am, too lazy to match them up when I do the laundry. And I found out that my dad planned to park and come with me to chapel, which as a new 5th grader I found extremely embarrassing. On top of that, I had also decided that I just had to wear my hair in a braid instead of the ponytail that I have done almost every day since then. I woke up my mother, which is as pleasant as telling Lord Voldemort that Harry Potter has escaped his clutches for the umpteenth time, and sat on her bed till she braided my hair, which hurt a lot because I refused to brush my hair more than once a week. So I was late on my first day at a new school and was feeling pretty awful when we finally arrived on campus. That was when I realized I had no idea where I was going. I had ditched my dad by this point. I followed the crowd down to Rails Gym and ran into Miss Wilbur, my advisor, on the way. First good luck of the day. She was extremely kind and helped me figure out what was going on. As the day went on and I met more people, I began to relax and started to actually see exactly what Norwood was like as a school and as a community. I liked what I saw, and for the first time, I was excited about the months and years to come, and I was right to be excited. Albert Einstein once said, "Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it is stupid." Norwood has never judged me for my ability to climb a tree, but instead has given me the tools to swim as far and as fast as I want. I have never been judged at Norwood by my individual quirks, like the fact that I go on the swings at recess every single day no matter the weather, and work Nutmeg, the best pony who ever lived, into almost every conversation. I am instead judged by all of those parts of who I am and the whole person that all of those parts comprise. As I was writing this speech and forcing my parents to read every single revision of it, I realized just how much I have grown and learned during my time at Norwood. I have learned how to work for what I want. I have learned to accept the things I cannot change, but how to change the things I can. I have learned how to work with people that I may not have chosen to work with, but have to work with anyway, because that is the way the chips fall. I have also learned that it is okay to be nervous, and even a little scared. It means that you care about the outcome of what you are about to do. I was nervous to walk onto this stage and give this speech to all of you guys. I am nervous to move on to a new school, but I am confident that the skills I have gained from my teachers, friends, and everybody else around me will help me be successful at BCC. However, probably the most important thing I have learned in my time at Norwood is that while courage is speaking up when you believe in something, it is also being able to sit down and listen to someone else speak up, and not just dismiss it as crazy, or immediately get defensive when they say something different from what you believe. In a world where people spend so much time arguing with each other because of our differences, it is also important to remember all of the ways in which we are similar as human beings, as fellow citizens of a country, and as people who all have a voice that others should hear. As I move on from Norwood and into the next chapter of my life, I will take with me everything I have learned from my teachers, my friends, and everyone else I have encountered. In the words of Oscar Wilde, to live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people simply exist, that is all. Because of my friends, teachers, and everybody else at Norwood, I have been able to enjoy the last 4 years of school and not merely tolerate them. Thank you, Norwood, for 4 unforgettable and amazing years.
Great job. I knew you would work nutmeg in there some way, for sure. Please welcome forward Zachary Chakert.
Good morning. This very room is where I started my Norwood journey many years ago and is the same place in which it is coming to an end. However, as I stand here, looking out at my peers, teachers, and parents, I don't see the group of strangers that I saw on my first day. I see friends I'm sad to leave and teachers who taught me more than just class subjects, but teachers who taught me how to love learning and that the classroom doesn't need to end at the door. Since that first day, I have come to realize that there is no place that I would have rather been than Norwood. Over the years, I personally have found that Norwood allows people to live by one of my favorite quotes by Oscar Wilde, which is, "Be yourself because everyone else is already taken." To me, this quote has encompassed my experience at Norwood, in which I have been able to share my interests with my classmates in an environment where they are not only willing, but excited to hear about something new. For me, my hobby since I was little has been cars. My friends can probably all say that they have heard me talk about cars on one occasion or another. However, where Norwood differentiates itself from other schools is in the interest that each of my peers has taken into each other's interest by not just listening, but asking questions and seeking one another's advice and knowledge about topics. Norwood has not only created a class in which people are diverse in their interests, but also diverse in their beliefs and ideas. At Norwood, I have felt that I have been able to voice my opinion on various topics, and so can the person sitting next to me, even if they don't agree with me. We've been encouraged to hear different sides of issues or topics that we may not have considered before. Norwood has also instilled the lessons that are taught each and every month. At the time, it may seem as if each value of the month is just a chapel presentation. However, when you step back from it, you are able to see how these short lessons and values each month create whole, moral, and just citizens who are ready to go into the world. Along with all of the individual skills, each value is integrated with other skills. For example, respect is necessary when being compassionate. Since Norwood has provided me with these values, and over time, the skill of being able to tie them together, Norwood's motto of how you lead your life matters is truly one of the most important lessons that I will be taking to high school and beyond. Third, Norwood has helped to provide a place where I've been able to grow my interest in learning while taking risks. Over my years at Norwood, my confidence has grown immensely. Before starting at Norwood, and even in the beginning, I was sometimes afraid to raise my hand, even if I thought I knew the answer to something. I wouldn't raise my hand, afraid that I would say the incorrect answer. However, as I soon discovered, Norwood is the type of place where teachers want you to do exactly the opposite of keep your hand down, but to raise your hand up, even if you are not 100% sure you know the answer. This integral piece of Norwood applies to areas outside the classroom. For example, I started debate last year. I had never debated or done public speaking before, so I was unsure of how the experience would go. Rather than telling me that I wasn't able to compete, peers and teachers encouraged me to just try to debate, and in the end, I loved it. The biggest takeaway from being able to participate in so many excellent activities is that it's important to just try. Norwood encouraged me to just try, and in the end, I did more than just try activities, because I did it all while falling in love with these activities, from multiple theatrical productions to debate tournaments, sports, and student council. I urge each and every one of you to just try. It might be scary, and it might be different, but try an activity, and don't fear if it doesn't turn out just right. As we sit here today, ready to graduate, I ask you to take a look at the people sitting around you, and to remember that this is not the end of the story, but the end to a chapter. Each and every person around you fills a page in the book and helps make a story. This is the end of the Norwood chapter, long for some and shorter for others, but it is not the end of the book. We are ending this wonderful chapter with laughter and joy for friendships we made and the wisdom we have learned along the way. Norwood is the past and it is the future because friends and life lessons last a lifetime.
Thank you, Zachary. I haven't seen these speeches before, but I was wondering if you were going to work in cars, and you did, so it's great. Fantastic. Please welcome Elena Forlini.
Lessons. Norwood has taught me so many life lessons throughout my 5 years in this community. I can still remember day one, hearing Norwood's motto, "How you lead your life matters." Okay, truthfully, I might have not really heard it on the first day, as I was very nervous and probably more interested in meeting my new classmates, but definitely by the third or fourth day, no doubt. As a fourth grader, I wasn't sure that this motto was anything more than just 6 capitalized words strung together. Over the years, what once appeared as 6 separate words eventually became a single guiding principle for me. And in leading my Norwood life and making it matter, I have learned so much and more than is just in the textbooks. But lately, as I reflect on my 5 years here and think about what life will be like after being a Norwood student, I have learned perhaps the most important lesson yet. You might not realize you love something until you are about to lose it. Before 8th grade, I often complained about having to wake up early and go to school. In my last few months at Norwood, though, I realized how lucky I am to attend this school with the warm community of both teachers and students surrounding me every day when I walk through Norwood's doors. Every day since my first one here 5 years ago, wherever I turn, I have been greeted with hospitality and open arms of kindness. My last few months at Norwood have also made me realize how much I will miss this school when I leave it, because it has turned into more of a second home for me. We are all saying goodbye to what is familiar and comfortable to us, like the kindness of a daily morning handshake or the excitement of seeing our kindergarten buddies. The Norwood community has helped all of us discover a part of ourselves and welcome who we will become as we mature. The several varied experiences of service learning taught us to be giving people who appreciate and respect others in our community. Daily Chapel teaches us about moral values and things greater than ourselves. Field Day has taught us every year how to balance our competitiveness with sportsmanship. Go blue, but good job white. The Spring Musical taught us how to be cohesive and work together to create a successful final product. Norwood's teachers and staff have always challenged us to do our best. Whether it was the long road to writing our research paper or following the careful steps of the sludge project, our teachers were always there to help us along the way. They have taught us not only to be well-prepared and enthusiastic students, but also to allow ourselves to grow and embrace our growth. This is why Norwood is truly special. The school strives to ensure that we succeed, not just here and not just in high school, but for the rest of our lives. As we gather here today, we are saying goodbye to Norwood. However, we must realize we are only saying goodbye to our time as Norwood students. We are not saying goodbye to the principles that Norwood has instilled in us. We will all carry a piece of Norwood into everything we do next to remind us of who we are and who we want to be. Thank you.
Thanks, Elena. And finally, please welcome Jabril Colley.
one that shall always be remembered. Looking back at my time here at Norwood, I can still recall many moments, including the 3rd grade overnight trip to Williamsburg, the jazz play in 4th grade, the 5th grade overnight trip to Kaleva, poetry day in 6th grade, the Philadelphia trip in 7th grade, the 8th grade trip we had recently, and much more. Coming to Norwood at such a young age, I was oblivious to what was going on. All I knew was that I would be attending a new school, and choosing Norwood was a decision that I will always cherish. Thank you, Mom and Dad. On the first day at Norwood 7 years ago, as I walked up the stairs to Stewart Building, ready to shake Mrs. Bridgewater's hand, it immediately clicked to me that this was going to be a second home to me. I was a shy kid and a bit naughty when I came to Norwood. I also struggled in some subjects, but my amazing teachers took the time to make sure I overcame the difficulties that stood in my way of being the best student possible. I can't forget to mention my friends too. Even during my visit at Norwood, all the kids were so warm and welcoming. Just seeing the smiles on everyone's faces, I knew this is where I wanted to be. How awesome is it that at our school we can be whatever we want to be? You can be an athlete, actor, or musician. Whoever you are or aspire to be, the vast resources that are available to us make it very easy for this to come to fruition. Norwood is a special place to me because it celebrates diversity, inclusivity, and awareness of pressing issues that our country faces, and has ingrained in me a love of learning and the value of community service. Our school has provided me with the opportunity to pursue a variety of sports, arts, and extracurricular activities. In terms of community service, I had the wonderful opportunity to visit different sites and render assistance to those in need. From the service days in 7th and 8th grade to the Quaker Work Camp, I have learned that we can all make an impact on someone, whether it's big or small, and that we should be beyond appreciative of what we have. Here at Norwood, our motto is, "How you lead your life matters." I believe this carries great importance because at the end of the day, how you lead your life really does matter, and Norwood does an outstanding job on giving us a head start to the right path. Here are some things that come to mind when contemplating this motto. Number 1, listen. If you ever want to be a leader, you need to be willing to consider other people's ideas. And plus, you may learn a thing or two from someone else. Number 2, try something new. There's a whole world out there for you to seek and venture, and it is okay if you're nervous. This simply means you are stepping out of your comfort zone. Number 3, have and show gratitude. Gratitude should be practiced every day. We all need to show appreciation for one another. Number 4, be different. Don't worry about what others are doing. Everyone is unique in their own way and should take pride in displaying that. Norwood is a place where you can express your creativity. Norwood is a place where teachers encourage us to define ourselves as we choose. Norwood is a place where you are encouraged to step out of your comfort zone and try something new. Norwood is also a community, a loving, caring, and diverse community that I am grateful to come to every day. Norwood has supplied me with the right tools to succeed in the future and beyond, and for that, I would like to say thank you, Norwood. And lastly, to the class of 2019, you are all not just a grade, but a family to me. Throughout my time here at Norwood, I have done my best to know each and every one of you and have forged lifelong friendships. I would like to thank you all for creating unforgettable memories, cheering me up when I'm down, and making me laugh until tears come dripping down my eyes. Every single one of you has a bright future ahead of you, and I wish you good luck in your future endeavors. My message to you all is to remember that Norwood will always be a part of you, and as Troy Bolton once said, once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat, but in this case, once a Blue Hawk, always a Blue Hawk. Thank you.
You heard 4 of our 54 graduates, and I know I speak on behalf of all the faculty and staff. Hearing your speeches makes me and us so very proud. Let's give this class a Okay, we're going to move into the presentation of prizes and have different recognitions this morning. Before I ask Ms. Pakaluk to come up, I do want to recognize the athletic awards that were presented at the May 23rd athletic banquet. And so I'm going to ask the award winners from that evening just to stand and stay standing so you can be recognized this morning. So the two winners of the Coach's Spirit Award, Dia Mistry and Nacho Escriba. Summit Spirit Award, Rohan Bhattacharya. And our athletes of the year, Lucy Johnson and Colin Redmond. Okay, with that, thank you. I'm going to ask Ms. Pakaluk to come forward.
Many members of the class of 2019 took their service work seriously. In fact, a third of the class were nominated for this award. Through long deliberations and consideration of many factors, the 8th grade advisors chose 4 recipients for the Ron Goyette Service Award. Mr. Goyette was a business manager at Norwood School, and for those of us who knew Ron, we remember him as someone who cheerfully helped others as a matter of course. When I call your name, please stand. Helen Primus. Helen participated in a work camp and 2 service dinners and was recognized for her hard work at all 3 events. And Helen was a leader in raising money for the Class Gift Charity, the Fisher Center for Alzheimer's Research, volunteering to make numerous shifts in selling various items and working with another student in organizing the successful Norwood night at a local restaurant. Thank you, Helen, for your energy in moving this effort forward. Molly McCall. Molly was also very active in the effort to raise money for Alzheimer's research. And she participated in a work camp and 2 service dinners and was highly spoken of by the chaperones for all 3 events. She made thoughtful contributions to the discussions on poverty and income inequality. Molly was especially engaged and attended to the needs of the guests at the service dinners and took a leadership role in getting the work done to make the dinners a success. Molly looks for ways to help both in and out of school. As she said in her service journal, it's important to serve because it is a humbling experience that can make you feel happier. It is clear, Molly, that you have grown a lot over the last year, and we look forward to hearing about your good work in the future. Dia Mistry. When Dia was asked to give advice to future 7th graders about service work, she said, they should be prepared to be in all kinds of weather, be respectful and kind, and don't complain. If you do this, you will get the best experience. And that is just what Dia did at Woodend at the Audubon Society, her chosen work site for this year. Dia was focused and task-oriented. She worked diligently, cheerfully, and efficiently. She didn't mind getting muddy, and she never complained. Thank you, Dia, for digging in and getting things done. And lastly, Ailish Liercy. Ailish participated in more optional service events than any other 8th grader and received compliments for her work. And at Food and Friends, her chosen 8th grade site, Ailish put her head down and quietly worked away. She may have been quiet, but Ailish is always thinking. And when she reflected on the importance of the work, she said that she stopped mindlessly packaging and began mindfully giving. Ailish believes that service is important because it preserves the humanity in all of us. If we could all have your wisdom, Ailish, the world would be a better place. Nicely done, class of 2019, and congratulations to Helen, Molly, Dia, and Ailish. Please step forward.
Morning. The Faculty Prize for School Spirit is a special award reserved for a select few 8th grade students who the entire faculty have found to be particularly helpful and upbeat, and students who represent school spirit in their own way, showing that how you lead your life matters right here at Norwood every day. This year we have 3 winners for the Faculty Prize for School Spirit. If I call your name, please stand where you are and just stay standing. In no particular order, the first prize recipient is one of those students who seems to be genuinely interested when he asks how I'm doing when he shakes my hand in the morning. He is unfailingly upbeat and positive and does the right thing no matter what the situation. He's fun-loving, he's a popular leader in his grade while maintaining exceptional integrity and sincere respect for faculty and staff. I admire his optimism and his courage. We will miss his helpful, courteous manner, his quick smile, and his silly sense of humor. Please join me in congratulating Nacho Escriva. This year's second recipient of the Faculty Prize has a completely different approach to school spirit. She saves her silliness for the stage and is a more subtle leader in everyday situations with her peers. Nonetheless, she is a ready helper and kind-hearted friend to all, bringing a positive attitude to everything she does, from preparing assignments to performing whatever role she is given to planning to teach an intercession course, which unfortunately was snowed out. She is, I believe, the first and only student to needle felt a Norwood Blue Hawk on her shirt for field day. Please give it up for Sophie Wallstetter. Our third and final winner is well known throughout Norwood and was nominated by faculty from across the whole school. He is simultaneously a highly capable, serious, goal-oriented, and determined student, and a lighthearted, joyful friend and helper. Teachers appreciate that he is a hard worker and also has a warm sense of humor. One described the cheerful calm he brings to group work. This student loves his school and goes out of his way to make sure others do too, even his little brother. As we saw on stage just a few weeks ago, he is a real prince. Please congratulate Julian Yarwood. Nacho, Sophie, and Julian, please come forward.
Everybody's giving high fives. So I'm going to present the Heads Prize for Academic Excellence presented to those students who have maintained a 3.95 GPA over the course of their 7th and 8th grade years. Just watching Ms. Packlick present her awards and Ms. Blade present her awards, I'm going to do this totally differently. I'm just going to call your name and give you your certificate here. Okay? Great, so when I call your name, please come forward for the Heads Prize for Academic Excellence. Charlie Burr. Derek Deneke. Andrew Dupree. Darren Fling. Alex Gerson. Lucas Holden. Zachary Jager. Lucy Johnson. Molly McCall. Alex Pedraza. Ellen Premise. Ben Schermeyer. Nore Tal. Graham Weber. Lauren Williams. And finally, Julian Yarborough. All right, join me in one more big hearty round of applause for the class. So my last order of business this morning is to make an announcement about the class gift. So each year the graduating class gives a gift to a charity of their choosing. Last year, through a long deliberative process, the class of 2019 chose the Fisher Center for Alzheimer's Research Foundation as their gift charity. This year, students learned about philanthropy and how that differs from simple fundraising. The 8th grade has raised exactly $5,551.27. All this through selling snacks at the play, the musical and debate tournament, sponsoring Family Night at Lido's, and through the Purple Ribbon Project. So one more round of applause. Great job. So with that, if everyone would join me for a moment of silence. Thank you. So if everyone would rise for our closing words and closing. Let us go in peace with the gift of this day. Everyone, please be seated. We're going to take just a short intermission, transform this stage, and then get ready for our class day recital. Thank you all.
With a really special Norwood tradition, the Class Day recital. The program for the recital is just on the back of your program from the chapel. And once we get started, we'll just keep rolling through. I do want to point out that in the fifth piece that will be performed today, Let Me Down Slowly, there's a name missing. Nacho Escriba is also performing in Let Me Down Slowly. Nacho, we're very sorry about that. Wherever you are. Okay, take it away. Shh. Take it away, please.
was a girl with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, let me down, let me down, let me down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Imagine having everything we ever dreamed. Don't you want it? Maybe. Can't you see it? Kinda. Imagine first audition after college, I get the lead. A part for me? Well, of course. Yeah, right. You gotta believe it. Keep talking, you and I, all the fame.
Sharpay, what's his name?
Sound exciting? Inviting. Let's do it then.
Listening.
Personal stylist, agent, and a publicist. But where do I fit into this? With you, we can win. Win the part. Think bigger. Become superstars. That's better. Don't you see that bigger is better and better is bigger? A little bit is never enough. No, no, no. I want it all. I want it. I want it. I want it. The fame and the fortune and more. I want it all. I want it. I want it. I want it. I gotta have my star on the door. I want the world, nothing less. All the glam and the press, only giving me the best reviews. I want it all. I want it. I want it. I want it. When making lights in Carnegie Hall, I want it all. Have your life you struggle, have your life you fly, have your life making trouble, have your life making it right. One day I'm the exception, most days I'm just like most. Some days I'm headed in the right direction, some days I ain't even close. I'm a little bit steady, but still a little bit rolling stone. I'm a little bit heaven, but still a little bit flesh and bone. Profound, little know where I am. I'm a little bit only water, but still a little bit burning man. Burning man. Yeah, I always love the highway. I just don't run it as fast. I'll still go wherever the wind blows me, but now I can find my way back. I still don't get it right sometimes. I just don't get it as wrong. I still go a little crazy sometimes, but now I don't stay near as long. I'm a little bit steady, but still a little bit rolling stone. I'm a little bit heavy, but still a little bit flesh and bone. Profound, little know where I am. I'm a little holy water, but still a little burning man. Burning man. I'm just a burning man. Just a burning man.
all across the room. You feel their eyes all over you like cheap perfume. You're beautiful, but misunderstood. So why you trying to be just like the neighborhood? I can see it, I know what you're feeling. So let me tell you about my little secret. I'm a little different underneath this, underneath this. Do you ever feel like a misfit? Everything inside you is dark and twisted. Oh, but it's okay to be different, 'cause baby, so am I, so am I, so am I. Do you ever feel like an outcast? You don't have to fit into the format. Oh, but it's okay to be different, 'cause baby, so am I, so am I, so am I. I can see it, I know what you're feeling. So let me tell you about my little secret. I'm a little different underneath this, underneath this. Oh, do you ever feel like a misfit? Everything inside you is dark and twisted. Oh, but it's okay to be different, 'cause baby, so am I, so am I, so am I. Do you ever feel like an outcast? You don't have to fit into the format. Often I am upset that I cannot fall in love, but I guess it's the voice that stress of falling out of it. Are you tired of me yet? I'm a little sick right now, but I swear when I'm ready I will fly us out of here. And I'll cut my hair, to make you stare, and I'll hide my chest, and I'll figure out a way to get us out of here. Turn off your porcelain face. I can't really think right now in this place. Too many colors, enough to drive all of us insane. Are you dead? Sometimes I think I'm dead. That I can feel ghost wolves wrapped in my head. But I don't wanna fall asleep just yet. And my eyes went dark. And I don't know where. And my pupils are, but I'll figure out a way to get us out of here. Get a load of this monster. She doesn't know how to communicate. Her mind is in a different place. So everybody please give her a little bit of space. And get a load of this train wreck. Here's a mess and he doesn't know who he is yet. Little do we know the stars welcome him with open arms. Time is slowly.
hop. Just another attempt to make it